Welcome to your global getaway guide, and I promise you this is the only travel guide you'll ever need. Now, in this video, we are breaking down my new travel guide that I have for you linked in my stand store below. Today, we are going to be getting into the resource and how you're going to be able to use this not only for your next trip, but for every other trip I promise that you'll ever take in your life. Okay, let's go ahead and jump in. This guide is an ebook that I've created from scratch to help you guys better understand how to travel, even your why behind traveling, the financial aspect of traveling, hacking, understanding culture, and so much more. Now, I find this was a very valuable resource even for me. I learned a lot while creating this because, of course, I still had to do a little bit more research combined with the experience from my previous trips and how I've traveled as well. But that's exactly why I've compiled everything into this ebook for you guys to be able to use and to use for the future trips that you take. To start, this guide includes a chapter where you're setting your travel vision, figuring out your budgeting aspect of your trip. You're learning how to pack like a pro, which is also available for download, my Pack Like a Pro travel ebook. Now, that is a free resource that you can download right when you click my stand store. So feel free to check out that packing list. It is a comprehensive packing list that literally gets into everything when it comes to traveling, making sure that you don't leave the house and forget anything like we all do. Like, this will make sure that you don't forget a thing, trust me. Crafting your perfect itinerary, which is so important to a lot of people. So we're definitely getting into that in this chapter as well. Navigating transportation and logistics when you're in your either foreign country or in a different state, learning how to get around besides just Uber and Lyft, right? Health, safety, and connectivity when you're abroad. So this might not apply to domestic travel, but definitely international travel, getting into the how we can stay connected and also stay present in the moment while we're traveling. So we also talk about sustainability and giving back. So making sure that we're not leaving a footprint wherever we go. We're checking out all the effortless escape plans that I have for you guys and all the other resources that are a part of this guide. Now, in our first chapter, which is the Setting Your Vision chapter, I have compiled a workbook for you guys. It's like a 3-page workbook where you can go ahead and literally write out your travel vision. And I did this because before every trip that I go on, I really like to sit and think about what I want out of this trip. Whether it's a study abroad, whether it's a vacation, whether it's a family trip, what exactly do I really want to seek out of this trip before I go? Now, if I'm traveling with my family, maybe it's some family time, maybe it's some new adventure that we've never been on together. If I'm traveling with my man, maybe that's some one-on-one time with him. Maybe that's some deeper conversations that we haven't been able to have while we were here at home, and just different things like that. What exactly do I want to feel on these trips? So, okay, I know I'm going on vacation with my besties. How do I want to feel? I want to feel loved. I want to feel engaged. I want to feel connected and things like that. Being able to really dig deep and see what exactly am I looking to seek from these trips instead of just going on them and going with the flow and just going with emotions of a trip. That's the last thing you really want to do when you're spending all this money on a really nice vacation. Now, yes, there is a component to the trip that you should go with the flow, but then you should also be very intentional, which is why there's a whole chapter and workbook dedicated to that in this ebook. So the second chapter is budgeting, which is so important when it comes to these trips. I'm sure we've all heard of the TikToks and the stories of the girls who go to Miami as friends and then come back hating each other. Trust me, that is not the vibe that you want. That is not what you want, I promise you. Now, with that, we're gonna learn how to budget better. I even have some diagrams in a spreadsheet for you that really dives into what kind of traveler you are. Maybe you're a budget traveler, maybe you're a luxury traveler, maybe you're even a backpack traveler, and how you should be allocating your budget depending on what type of traveler that you are. Now, of course, these are just rough overviews and you can set up your own sort of accommodations and things like that and percentages and allocating your budget elsewhere. But I did want to give you a rough overview because it's really nice to know exactly where you stand. So I also provided a budget spreadsheet in there for you. So if you are looking to really get to know what your budget is and what you have to work with, this budget spreadsheet helps you see everything that's coming in so that you can know everything that's going out as well. The spreadsheet is completely customizable, so as soon as you download it, you'll be able to add things into your budget or take things out that don't really fit your needs. But we'll dive into that. There's a whole video dedicated to that budget spreadsheet so that you can better understand, not even just for trips, but honestly, it's for everyday life. Like, if you maintain and control your finances, this, I promise you, you'll feel like you have control over everything else, because the average person spends 101% of their income, which is a sad reality that we live in, but that's just because we have people who are literally living paycheck to paycheck. Now, I'm not saying that this budget spreadsheet is not going to make you live paycheck to paycheck, but it is going to help you get better control of your finances so that you know better how not to live paycheck to paycheck, if that makes sense to you. Now, we're also going to be breaking down packing, and I broke down packing in my Pack Like a Pro. If you need help with packing and you're not ready to buy the ebook yet, don't worry, just go to my Stan store and you'll be able to download that Pack Like a Pro chapter for free. Just type in your email address and it'll be sent right to you within seconds. The next chapter is crafting your perfect itinerary. This chapter is so important, and it also depends on if you're traveling with a group, if you're traveling solo, because some people might want to do something that you may not want to do. Let's be honest, it's happened before. Some people might want to go skydiving and you might not want to be that close to the clouds, okay? I understand. So this helps you to craft the perfect itinerary for any trip, with mixing in a bit of leisure as well as with activities that are a little bit faster paced. And it helps you plan your days a little bit better, so that way when you are going on these trips, you don't find yourself exhausted by the end of it. Because we all hate when we come back from vacation and it feels like we need a vacation from the vacation because we've been moving so much. And that's not the point of vacation, right? The point of a trip sometimes is to relax. And we don't want to feel like we've been moving since we left, because when you get back home, you're still going to feel drained. The trip wasn't worth it because at the end of the day, you weren't really taking the proper time to relax and restore like you should have. So this perfect itinerary chapter is really going to help you with making sure that you are able to mix in all the relaxation as well as the exploration in your trip. Now, navigating transportation and logistics is definitely going to be a chapter for you if you are traveling abroad, even when you're traveling domestically sometimes, because I know a lot of times we don't want to just use Uber or Lyft. And in international trips, you find yourself walking a lot of the time because that's what they do. Like, they don't take Uber or Lyft. They use a scooter, they use a bike, they walk, or sometimes they'll take a taxi, or they have cars. But at the end of the day, most of the time, especially in Europe, most people are walking everywhere they're going, or they're taking the public transportation. Now, this chapter really dives into how to really navigate that and the best tips and tricks in order to know. This chapter definitely breaks down that for you so that you can plan your navigation a little bit better. Health, safety, and connectivity while abroad. So making sure that you're staying on top of your health, because like I said before in the itinerary, when you're just going, it's really hard to keep your body afloat, if that makes sense, because you never want to just feel so drained to the point where your body can't even recover because you're not getting the sleep that you need when you're on a trip. So this definitely goes into how to maintain your health and a couple of tips for you so that you don't forget what's important, which is your health. Let's be honest. Safety. So kind of like I said before, making sure you're not looking like a foreigner. You know, you look like, you know, you kind of belong there. Even it's okay to stand out. Trust me, it is definitely fine, but you definitely don't want to take it to a level where you're looking like a target. And connectivity. Balancing being in the moment as well as being at home with family, connecting with them, making sure that, or letting them know that you're okay. And also, you know, we all like to post, but making sure that there's a good balance of, you know, being on social media and posting as well as being present and in the moment. Because when you're going on a trip, you're spending a lot of money to be somewhere else. So why be stuck and chained to your phone if you're paying to be there? You know, nobody likes going on a trip. Nobody likes doing anything with anyone who's always on their phone. So always think about that when it comes to connectivity while abroad and domestically. Now, the next chapter is going to be travel, sustainability, and giving back. Now, wherever you go, you always want to make sure that you're treating that place with the utmost respect. You always want to treat people with the utmost respect, and that's just point blank, period. And we also talk about giving back during this chapter because there are ways to give back. There are ways to donate, and there are right ways to go about it. So we talk about that a little bit in this chapter. Then I also have listed a whole bunch of resources that you guys can also check out, such as my Amazon storefront that literally has everything on that packing list that I mentioned. I don't want you guys to, you know, be going through that and be a little confused about, okay, so where can I find this? What can I do with this? No, I literally have everything linked in my Amazon storefront, so it's an easy grab and go. Now, you guys let me know how you like it. And then if you are interested in creating digital products like these, I linked exactly how I did it in that resources section as well. So if you are interested in creating digital products, you kind of want to learn how to get into the digital marketing realm, definitely check out my Stan stand store and click her digital empire. I definitely learned everything I needed to know from Janessa Lene, and you will be able to learn everything you need to know as well by taking her course. Now, I did link it in my stand store for you guys. Make sure to click the HDE module, which is her digital empire. You'll see it. It's bold, it's big, and check it out. See what she has to offer. I promise you, I will never steer you wrong. I don't even buy from people who I don't think I can trust, and I've been able to connect with her on a different level from our community calls, as well as just seek a lot of guidance and support when even creating my digital products and showing up more online and just being more confident in what I have to offer, not only for myself, but also for the people around me and for you guys, like literally you guys. Like, I literally took that course because I knew I had more to offer, and here I am now being able to do that. So if you're interested in creating digital products and starting an online digital marketing business, then definitely feel free to check that out. But that is all that I have for you guys today. I really just wanted to sit down and really break down that travel guide for you so you see exactly how you can use that resource. Now, that travel guide is available for purchase in my stand store. Definitely feel free to check that out in the description below. But other than that, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Feel free to hit that like button to suggest to the algorithm that this is a good video for others to watch and a good resource for other people to encounter as well. And make sure you hit that subscribe button to become a part of the family. Other than that, I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.